Hello guys, are you planning to construct your own house and you really don't know from where you can start and what are the things that require for your house construction work? Then you are at a right place. Here we will discuss about how we can construct our own house as per our requirement, our comfort level, our facility and most important thing within our budget. So my name is Jimmy. Welcome back to the Civil Technology channel. Here I came with a new series of dream house construction. In this complete series, we will discuss how we can construct our dream house with very good quality, even though we don't have any knowledge of construction related things, or even though we don't know about the civil engineering related things. So let's get started. So guys, this is our first video of dream house construction series. In this video, I will give you an overall view of the house construction work. What are the major steps that involve in a complete house construction work that we will see in this video. And for further video, we will see each and every step in very much detail, along with the different resources that required, what are the cost involved in a particular activity, and what are the things that you have to take care during the execution of that activity. All those things we will see in each and every video from here onwards. So first step is the site preparation and leveling. In that, you have to identify whether your plot is level or not, which means suppose your plot is on a hilly region. In that case, few of the portion is on a higher side of the hill and few of the portion is the lower side of the hill. So what happens in that scenario, it is difficult to work on that plot, especially for the labors during the construction of foundation and columns. So what you have to do, first level your site on a particular level, so during the actual construction time it is easy for laborers to do the construction related activities on your plot. So first you have to identify your site, and if it is not level, you have to level it first. Next step is the excavation and PCC. You have to refer the excavation drawing and identify where the excavation you have to do. Supposingly, let's see with one example. This is your plot, it's about 30 feet by 40 feet. And as per the excavation drawing and foundation drawing, here your foundations are coming. White blocks you see here, these all are the foundation. And you have to excavate the excavation pit below these foundations. How much depth? Now question arises, up to how much depth we have to excavate the excavation pit. So for that also you have to refer the excavation drawing. In that you will get up to what depth you have to excavate the pits and what are the length and width of those excavation pits. Accordingly you can excavate the pits. Let's see with one small animation so you will get more idea. So suppose this is the natural ground level that you can see on your plot right now, and you have to go down for the excavation pit. Okay, so suppose as per your excavation drawing, you have to excavate the pits up to the 2 meter depth from the natural ground level. So this is our excavation pit and the depth of it is the 2 meter. Right? Now, once the excavation pits are ready, you have to create a PCC layer for the foundation. PCC is generally a concrete layer which supports the foundation, which gives a proper horizontal surface to the foundation. So your foundation will rest on it perfectly. If you don't know about the PCC related things, or you want to know more about the PCC, I will give a link below in the description box. in that we will get the more information about PCC related work. Now next step is the foundation. Once the PCC layer is completed, you have to construct a foundation on it as per the structural engineering drawing. You have to refer a foundation structural engineering drawing. In that you will get what are the different dia of bars used for the foundation and what is the grade of concrete used for the foundation. Accordingly, you have to place the reinforcement and cast it as per the drawing. Okay, so this is our third step. Now once the foundations are constructed completely, you have to fill the remaining portion that you excavated earlier and now it is not required. So what you have to do, you have to fill those areas using the suitable materials that is available on site, that we will call as a backfilling activity. And once the backfilling was done, you have to construct a masonry wall, brick masonry wall. Suppose your plot is little bit up down, not much but little bit up down, or in another scenario you have to construct your ground floor a few meter above the natural ground level. Like this is your natural ground level and you want to construct your ground floor little bit above this. In that case you have to create one masonry wall to support your ground floor properly and give a proper connection between the superstructure to the substructure. So let's construct brick masonry. Okay. Once the brick masonry was constructed up to a desired height, you have to construct a plinth beam. So for plinth beam also you have to refer a structural engineering drawing. In that you will get the proper details about the plinth beam related things, and accordingly you have to construct a plinth beam on site. Once the plinth beam are casted, you have to extend the columns and brick masonry to the next level. So here there are two different scenario comes. Few contractors are comfortable to extend the column first to the first floor level, and few contractors are comfortable to extend the brick masonry wall to the first floor level. So both the methods are correct. There is no issue about any of the method. You will go with anyone. So here I am going with the extension of column first. So let's extend the column first and then we will extend the brick masonry bar. So here during the brick masonry bar you have to take care wherever the openings are coming on particular wall, you have to left those space. So you will place the shutters of window and door in a later stage. So suppose here one door and one window is coming like here. So you have to left this space during the construction of this wall. Okay. Right. Now once the wall is constructed up to the sill level. Sill level is the topmost layer, topmost level of the door and window, that we call as the sill level. Once the wall are constructed up to the sill level, what you have to do, you have to construct one beam over the openings, that we call as a lintel beam. So this is our next step, that is a lintel beam over the door and window, step number 8. So here also there is one small addition. As per the structural engineer suggestion, it may happen so you have to construct a lintel beam only over the openings, or it may happen he will give you a suggestion you have to construct a lintel beam all around the building to give a proper stability to your structure. So it's completely depends on which seismic zone your site and building come and what are the other things that affect on your building. Accordingly, structural engineer will suggest and you have to go with that. Okay. So this is our 8th step, lintel beam construction. Lintel beam related things also you have to refer to structural drawings. You will get the proper reinforcement and concrete related details in that drawings. So let's construct lintel beams. Once the lintel beams are constructed, proceed the remaining brick masonry work till first floor slab. Then you have to construct first floor slab along with the beam. For first floor slab and beam also, you have to refer a structural engineering drawing. There you will get the proper reinforcement related details and concrete gear and all those things. Okay, so accordingly you will construct first floor beam as well as the slab. So this way your first story will completed. Suppose you have more than one story. Okay, here I am giving an example of single story. But suppose your house is more than one story. Then what you have to do? Your step number 5, 6, 7, 8 and 9. Okay, the 5 to 9 steps will be repeated from here onwards. Only things, the plinth beam name changes to the next story, whatever the story beam comes. So that comes here only. Okay. So these steps are repeated on each and every story. Okay. Here just we see one story building, so video will not created much longer. Okay. So once the beams and slab are constructed at the first floor level, you have to construct a wall up to the terrace level. So this is a wall up to the terrace level. Then you have to construct a terrace beam and slab according to the structural engineering drawing. Once those things are completed, you have to construct a parapet wall all around the building for a safety purpose, whose height will vary as per the requirement and all. Generally it takes 0.9 meter to 1.2 meter as per your site and all. Okay. So this way the all civil engineering related things here comes to the end. Okay. From here onwards other activities are involved, that is the what are the different portions like electrical related thing, plumbing and all those things will come into the picture. Finishing activities comes into the picture. So major civil engineering related work are completed in these 10 steps. Okay. So let's see the finishing activities and all. Okay, before that we missed one step, that is 10th step. That is the door and window frames. You have to attach a door and window frames wherever the openings are coming and you left the space for that. Okay, so in later stage you can fix the door and window setup properly on those frames. Next step, that is the 11th step, that is the electrical and plumbing related things. Okay. So whatever the electrical conduit are coming and whatever the electrical related connections you have to provide in a particular room, those connections now you can given to the desired locations. Here you can see from ceiling the conduits are running for the tube lights and fans and all those things. Okay. And in next picture you can see the plumbing. These plumbing pipes are embedded into the wall and also under the floor. Okay. So these pipes are running wherever your wash basins comes, wherever your toilets and bathrooms accessories will come. All those locations this pipe will run and it will go from the outside. So it will transfer the flow to the outside of the building. This is our electrical and plumbing related activities. Then you will go for the plaster work. That is our step number 12. Here you can see the plaster work is going on, internal as well as external. Both the side you have to do the plaster work. Okay. So again, for his specification we will see in a separate video what are the specifications of plaster work, all those things, right? But here I am giving you one tip about plaster work. Please maintain the quality of your plaster work. I know this is very small activity but very much important for a proper finishing work, because if your plaster work quality is not good, then no matter how better quality of paint you purchase, how better way you will do the paint work, your wall will show the cracks, and all those things. Cracks and all those things appear on the wall, and that gives a very bad look after completing the finishing work. So please take care, do the plaster work with proper and good quality. Okay. Next, you have to go for a tile work and the flooring work. Wherever inside the room floors are coming, you have to put the tiles and flooring related whatever material you use. Those here you can see the Kota stones are provided on a floor, and wherever the tiles come on the wall, like nowadays it is very common to place tiles in a bathroom, toilets, as well as in kitchen for easy maintenance purpose. So all those walls are just filled with the tiling work. So just start those things once the plaster work was completed. Simultaneously, wherever on the wall tiles are not coming, just start the paint and putty work. So it will give you a proper finishing view to those walls also, and you can start the designing work, whatever the designs you wanted to do on a particular wall. So you can start those things also. So activity number 13 and activity number 14, that you can start simultaneously if you want. Once the 14 steps are completed, final step is the fixing work, woodwork and fixing. Wherever the openings you left, like doors, window, on those frames you have to fix the door and window shutters, along with wherever the electrical and plumbing related accessories are coming, those things also you have to fix here. So whatever the fixing, whatever the finishing work remaining, that all you can do now on this stage. Okay, remember on 11 steps that we discussed the electrical and plumbing, in this case you have to only give a connection to the points where your electrical and plumbing related accessories are coming. You don't have to fix, don't have to put the accessories on the 11th step. You have to fix and put the accessories on the 15th stage, remember. Okay, so this way on last stage you have to just give a fixing to each and every location wherever the different accessories and your comfort related things are coming, just finishing it out. Okay, so this way your dream house is constructed very well way. Okay, so I hope you guys enjoyed this video and you really get the idea of house construction. But if yes, please like this video, and if you are coming on this our side, if you coming on our channel first time, just press the subscribe button, also press the bell button for future notification. Okay, thank you so much for watching this video. Till then, goodbye.